Hello students, welcome to Botany Optional channel. Now what you are seeing is the Calotropis plant, okay? Actually it's a Calotropis procera which belongs to the Asclepidaceae family, now considered as a subfamily of Apocynaceae family, okay? Now we have this family in our UPSC main syllabus, and that is why it becomes very important to study these plants, okay, and observe the various characteristics possessed by these particular plant species, okay? Now, at a first glance, you will come to know this is a shrub. Okay, the shrubby habit is shown by these particular plants. Okay, because when we say shrubby habit, generally they were having the multiple stems right from the base. Okay, now let us observe at the base. See how many stems are coming out from the one base. See, this is the first stem, second stem. Okay, see these are also the stems. Okay, so many stems when they were coming out right from the base, when then we say it's a shrubby type of appearance possessed by these particular plants. Okay, now these plants generally have the taproot system below the ground. Okay, if you take out the plant and observe the roots, there will be the taproot system. Stem is quite cylindrical. Okay, see, observe here the stem is cylindrical and it is solid from inside. Okay, quite a solid cylindrical, and earlier in the development they were also glabrous. Okay, and they were producing the milky secretions actually throughout these plants. Okay, whether it's a leaves or stem or flower, they were having the milky secretions in their bodies. Okay, this is the characteristic feature of this family. Okay, so the stem is erect. Okay, it is above the ground and it is growing above the ground, and it have the erect posture. It's not creeping, it's a erect posture. Okay, and it's a glabrous in nature, smooth and solid cylindrical from inside. Okay, and when you observe the leaf, okay, if you observe the leaf phalotaxy carefully, the opposite desuccate type of the leaf phalotaxy is there. Okay, if you can see from this side, observe this. See the pair of a leaf which is opposite in phalotaxy, that is why we are saying the opposite phalotaxy, and the other pair of the leaf, it is coming at the right angle to the first one. Okay, so when we consider this pair and then we consider this pair, they are present in a right angle to the one another, and that is why such a type of phalotaxy is considered as a opposite desuccate type of the phalotaxy. Okay, if you carefully observe the leaf, see the simple kind of leaves are there, and these simple kind of leaves are sessile in nature. Now, why we are saying these are sessile in nature? Because you will see there will not be any petiole in these particular plants. Okay, so absence of petiole makes them a sessile leaf. If the petiole is present, we petiolate leaf, right? But when the petiole is absent, we say the leaf is a sessile leaf. So here you can see the lamina is directly attached itself to the stems. Okay, no petiole is present there, and hence this kind of arrangement is called as the sessile leaf. Okay, the unicosted reticulate type of venation is there. Okay, actually you can see exactly at the center there is a main vein which is a unicosted, and then we have the network of veins, hence it is described as a unicosted reticulate venation. So this is how the leaves are there. You should mention while describing the leaves are simple, they are sessile, they were having the opposite desuccate type of the phalotaxy, and they were having the unicostal reticulate type of the venation. Okay, and their margins are smooth and they are not dented. Okay, margins are very smooth. Now consider I have taken the individual flower out of the inflorescence. Okay, and here you can clearly observe the calyx. Okay, on the back side. See, calyx are 5 in number. Okay, and they are not fused. There are total number of calyx, number of sepals are 5, and they are polycephalous, that is they are free from each other. Okay, actually they were connate at the base. Okay, if you observe carefully, you will observe that the leaves are very connate at the base, they are fused at the base. Okay, and these particular calyx are 5 in number and they are polycephalous. Okay, now when you observe the flower carefully, you will come to know that calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium, all 4 whorls are present. Okay, so first thing you should remember to mention, the flower is a complete flower. Okay, calyx is there, corolla is there, androecium is there, gynoecium is there. Okay, all 4 kinds of the floral whorls are present inside this particular flower. So flower is hermaphrodite in nature because the calyx and corolla and androecium and gynoecium, as both the sexual organs are present, hence the flower is hermaphrodite in nature, right? And just by looking at the flower, you will come to know the flowers are actinomorphic in nature. Okay, if you cut the flower from any side, you will have the 2 equal hollows. Hence we describe such a kind of flower as a actinomorphic flower. See the corolla, the number of petals are 5. Okay, actually you can clearly see the whitish to pinkish color petals are there, and these are petals are 5 in number. Okay, gamma petalous type of condition you can see here at the base. Okay, at the base they got fused with one another, and at the apex they are free. Okay, still the gamma petalous type of condition is there. Okay, now after that we have the androecium. Okay, androecium are generally 5 in number, and they were forming the staminal tube inside this particular stigma. What is the stigma you find at the surface? This particular stigma below it have the androecium. Okay, that is the number of stamens are 5, and they are. When you talk about the gynoecium, okay, what about the gynoecium? Gynoecium are bicarpellary, that is the two carpels are present in this particular flower. Okay, and these are two carpels were showing the same carpus condition, that is they were fused with one another. All right, so when you see the overall plant, okay, it's a shrub in nature, right? How the roots are there, taproot system is there, how the stem is there, stem is erect, right? They were having the angular or the cylindrical nature. Okay, and smoothness can be seen in the stem. And after that, if you consider the leaves are opposite desiccate in nature, right? And they were having the unicosted reticulate type of the venation. They are sessile as the pedicel is absent. And when you observe the leaves carefully, the leaves are exstipulate. That is, the stipules are not present in the leaves. They are exstipulate in nature. Okay. So this is how the vegetative characters are there. After that, we have also seen the reproductive character. That is how the inflorescence is there. The flower is complete. That is having the calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium, all four in the single flower, right? And the calyx are 5, sepals are 5. They are polycephalous. They are free from each other. While petals are gamopetalous. Okay, now the very important thing to be remember here is to mention the estivation. Okay, what kind of estivation is actually shown by the calyx, and which kind of estivation is actually shown by the corolla. Okay, now see, when you observe the calyx, okay, this particular calyx shows the quinquennial type of the estivation. Okay, in these plants, while the corolla is showing the twisted type of the estivation. Okay, so remember carefully. So the twisted type of estivation can be easily seen in these particular flowers. Okay, now if you observe carefully, the quintessential type of the inflorescence can easily be seen, and at a first glance you will observe and say this is an velvet type of estivation. Okay, so you should be able to distinguish between which one is the velvet type of estivation and which one is the twisted type of the estivation. Okay, now look at carefully the one more time the habit of the plant. Okay, how the habit of the plant is there. The shrubby habit is there. Many stems are coming out right from the one base. Below ground we have the taproot system, and above ground we have the erect stems. Okay, erect cylindrical stems, solid stems. Calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium, all four are present in the single flower. Complete flower is there. Calyx are 5, petals are 5, right? Petals are generally fused at the base. They are connate at the base. That is the way they show the fusion at the base. But at the apex they are free. Okay. How the androecium is there? Androecium are 5, and they are united at the base to form the staminal tube. Okay, and above they are fused with the stigma head. Okay, to create this particular structure. To the upper side, they have attached themselves to the stigma head, and hence this particular type of flower can be seen in this particular Calotropis procera plant. Okay, so this is how the Calotropis procera plant, a member of the Asclepidaceae or the Apocynaceae, is there, right? You should mention all these characteristics carefully in the UPSC mains examination. All right. So thank you very much for being with me. See you in the next one.